Alrighty, we are live. Let's get into it here. We go ahead and get the link sent out in a couple spots, and then we will get on our way here. So let's do this. Okay. And get rid of the shadow. What the hell? All right. Hope everyone is doing well today. Happy New Year's Eve. Stay safe if you go out tonight. Stay safe, be safe. And we are going to be looking for, it looks like some shorts here, so we'll be patient, but it looks like we're going to get some action here. So just give it a moment and we will get to rocking. We are live. Okay, there and messenger. Now we've got quite a bit of action so far. ATR is quite high, but we're coming down a bit. So we're going to see, where price wants to take us. But so far, I like what I'm seeing, and just doing some practice trades this morning, I really liked what type of movement we were getting. So I was able to catch a couple moves down here, a couple moves up here as well. So let's see. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Is the first question. All right. We are ready to rock. Okay. Check in. Let me know where you're watching from. Rodney, happy to have you, sir. Good morning to you, Mike. Happy to have you guys in. Thanks for chatting and making at least the stream somewhat less by myself. It really helps. Really helps. In all actuality, if you didn't know what I was doing, I'm just looking at a computer talking to a phone with this thing clipped on my chest. So I really appreciate you guys commenting and asking questions as you have them, because it makes a difference. All right. All right. So let's see what we got today. Again, I'm trying to fix that. There we go. Yeah, that was it. Trying to figure out if we're going to get ourselves some shorts down here. I'm in one contract right now. We're going to see. Let's see. Price pops down, rolls back up. Okay, let's see if we can get price, because we've been rejecting basically this entire level right here. So here, and then into here as well. So between 400 and 379, we've been rejecting, and we've been playing with a VWAP here. Cross it, reject, cross it, reject. And so I think the overall movement is down. Now ATR is sitting at 23. So plenty of movement for us to capture and profit on, and we'll go from there. Okay. Now here is where price rejected previously. Here's kind of the trend line that I'm seeing here. Like it's just straight down. And so let's see where price wants to go here. And if we can hold beyond, we're going to get a big retracement here of price. Let's be patient. Okay, there it goes. And I like this trade. I like shorts right here. The reason I'm not getting into it is we hit this bottom, and again, I could have been wrong, but we hit this bottom, and I'm just not sure what we want to do with this. Like, okay, there goes price. All right, cool. So we're seeing it the right way. Should have taken that trade, but morning, Todd. I just wasn't sure if this was going to be the kind of move that I wanted to capture. Now let's measure that just to see where kind of price went. Okay, so we were able to get, that was like 15 points. I probably could have taken that easily too. Okay, well, that was silly for me not to take. But what I thought would happen basically did happen here, which is, well, let's see, let's let this candle close first. But I think price is going to end up closing like right here, or trying to fight and get above that level right there. Let's see what we want to get here, because I'm anticipating a ton of movement at this point, and until we can hold this level strongly, I'm just not convinced. So let's see. There's price pushing up. Now let's see if we get more pushing up, or if price is going to come down. And let's see where this candle wants to hold. Let's see. Early in the morning. ATR still really high, so be impatient, but hmm. Okay, there's another wick to get filled. Talked about this in a video last week. But essentially, like these wicks that we see right here, they will get filled. Okay, wicks will get filled. Okay, we talk about gaps getting filled, but wicks will get filled. So that got filled. This one got filled. We'll see if we can get this one. But at some point, like this run is going to end. I don't know where, but it's going to relax and price will start to settle out and maybe even curl back up. I'm kind of a fan of taking a long trade to VWAP. Like that's kind of what I'm seeing or waiting on. It's not the best trade in the world. I'm not going to take it right now. But I'm seeing price settle down here, push aggressively, push some more, settle. Now we'll see what this candle actually does. But if it settles in here, we just made a new low, relative to this area. And I want to see if price is going to hold here. Let's see, what's the market up to? S&P's up, Qs are down a little, futures are down a little bit, Bitcoin's up. Let's see. Okay, a lot of the large cap stocks are down that I look at anyway. Let's see what we got here. So I'm kind of seeing like this trend line down. I'm seeing that. So let's see if this candle is just going to be a rejection. Like if this is right here, boom. Like is that the move, or are we going to go back up right here? Let's see. Okay. Or is it going to be like this? Like that? I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, so we're averaging about 3 candles on a red rejection. We're averaging just under 2 on a green. So we should get a green candle here, but we'll see. If not, we'll look for 2 more or 1 more at least red. Need to check in with my Evan. What would be your recommendation ATR based on a 5-minute? Mike, just do the 1 minute times 5. Nice. Nice. Good job, Mike. That's excellent work, my friend. Great work. That's sick. All right, let's see if we have a short right here. Didn't really get the opportunity to get into this one. Okay, I'm not going to take that one just yet. I think price is going to hang out for a minute. Great work, Mike. That is awesome to hear, my friend. Let's do this. Do a couple check-ins for us. Great work, Mike. That's awesome. But Todd, right now it's pretty difficult to see, like, typically if the ATR is at 5 on a or if the ATR, let's say the ATR is at 12, then like a 60 on the ATR in a 5-minute would be fine. That's pretty high. Maybe more like, well, let's see. So I have to figure out where it peaks out. Yeah, somewhere between like 40 and 50, 40 and maybe even 35. I mean, think about how many points that is. I would say above 30 is good. Above 30 is fine. I mean, even at 20 is a lot, but that's not a lot of movement for a 5-minute candle. I would say anything above 30, but then we'll just reevaluate that when the market or in the futures kind of settle down a little bit. We'll look at that again and we'll see. Think about it on the 5-minute chart with all of these movements. They're huge. So we're looking at it and it's at 40 right now. That's 40 points. If you do 4 times 2 and add a 0, that's $800 on one candle potentially of movement. And obviously, we want to catch the positive side of 800, whatever side we can. But that's a lot of movement. So keep an eye on that. Let's see if we can get a pullback here. We can go long. Not a huge fan of this entry that I just had, but I'm going to go long right here. Let's see if we can get price to pop up here to this 77 level and then maybe punch a little bit higher. Okay. Entry should have been down there. Okay, minus 85. Let's see what we got here. Plus 35. 195, 100. There we go. There we go. 425 on that one. Okay. 410 is what we close out on. Okay, and that puts us above or at our 5 days of $200 in our Topstep account. So we'll be able to get a payout of $730, $32 or so. Exactly 50% of that. So pretty good. 410 bucks this morning on that one trade right there. I told you guys I wanted to look for a long, and that's about what we got. So about 10:30 to 11 minutes was the trade there. But that was on one contract. And so I'll just do the simple math by 20. That was a 20-point move that we were able to capture. And so Mike, Todd, what I was talking to you about previously was like if this one of these candles is 40 points, like that's a lot. We were able to capture 20. What I would say is it just makes sense to trade when the ATR is the highest. And if you want to scalp on a 5-minute, you certainly can. But those candles move a different way than the 1-minute candles do. They move the exact same way. They just move longer. So it's multiple candles before you actually get, what it is that you're looking for. All right. So we'll make a video on the payout process and how that looks. But you guys will be able to see that. So let me do this actually. I'll make my face bigger. Let's look at Topstep really fast. We'll get back to the charts in just a second. I'll show you guys this. Let me log into Topstep and I'll show you my account. Let's see what we got. I want the Sonnet. I want the Express account. I want this one. Okay, let's see. Let me let it load first. It takes forever to load. I believe this is it. Okay. You guys can see this? Nope, that's the wrong account. That's not the right one now, is it? What the hell? Hold on. I'm trying to show you guys this, but it apparently is not cooperating. 42. What the hell is this? Hold on. Maybe this isn't going to work as well as I thought it would. There we go. Okay. So I don't know why I was showing you that, but this is 5 days now. So day 5. And we'll get back to the charts in just a second, but we need 5 total days of $200. Today we just made 410 of net profit. It's close to like 425, but for commissions. We didn't hit a daily drawdown ever. Our worst day was 242. Our best day will be today at 400. Here's our chart, 100% win rate. Haven't lost a trade. Average wins about 130 bucks. That'll certainly go up here. And we basically taken, we took 2 trades on day 1, and then 2 trades here. And then basically the past 2 days have just been 1 trade. So really, really good stuff that we've been taking. So yeah, we'll do a video on a payout for this account here in the coming future. So let's see. So we'll do that. So happy to have you guys here. I'll make a video on that one. That one will probably get the most views I've gotten on a video that I've made on YouTube so far, I'm sure. So we will keep it rolling. Todd, yep. Okay, cool. Laura, are you getting payouts from Apex? I don't trade Apex evaluation accounts or PA accounts, excuse me. Laura, to answer your question, I do not trade Apex PA accounts. The reason for them is I just don't think they're an effective tool for getting payouts. First off, you have to trade for 8 days. Let me do this here, which is a lot. You have to make $100 in 5 of those days. So the other 3 days are hoping that you blow up the account. Your drawdown is actually quite shallow. And the moment you hit it, you blow up the account and your payouts are capped and the amount of money you can make per day is capped. So let's take today as a great example of that. Let me just, and SSJ, to answer your question, yes, 50K. Confidence size up, 50K. I'm scared to even do 2 NQ. SSJ right now, my friend, with the ATR as high as it is, you only need to do 1 contract. You can size up when the ATR drops below like 10, maybe 12. You can do 2. But your goal is to make $200. And so if you're trading 2 contracts, you need 5 points, which is nothing. You might see 5 points as I'm talking on this one candle right here. So 5 points is nothing on 2 contracts. Just make sure that you understand like what you're going after. 5 points, and then if it runs past that, great, let it ride. But if not, then cut your position down. Yeah, you just chill on that. Now, so let me do the math for you guys on this. So let's say that I just had that $400 day. Okay. Now, if I had that $400 day in my Apex account, okay, I guess we're going to get educational today. So $410 that you guys can see right there. Yeah. Okay, you guys can see that. So inside of your Apex account, you can't have a day that's larger than 30% of your total profit. So let's skip ahead and say that we're at the end of our 8 days. Okay, 1464 divided by 410. Okay, whoops, times I guess 10. I guess this day is 35% of my total profit. Okay, or it's closer to 20. Yeah, 25% would be 1600. So this is 35% of my account. So this one day is 35% of my total profit, which means that let's say I was eligible for a payout, I would request it, they would deny it, and they would say you can get a payout once you get over essentially about 1,700 bucks. So I need to make another $250 to $300 in this account in order to be eligible for a payout, right? That's one of the reasons why I don't trade with Apex is they're going to cap you every chance they can get at paying you out. Now, again, let's talk about in 3 months and 6 months down the road, if Apex came to me and they said, hey, we will pay you to, promote our business, I will take their money. So my tune will certainly change. But for right now, there's no other reason to trade Apex other than how inexpensive their evaluations are. Topstep is a much better choice. My funded futures is pretty good from what I've heard. I've never really worked with them much as far as like evaluations and performance accounts, whatever they call them. I know their upfront stuff can be kind of expensive, but I don't think there's an activation fee. And I'm pretty sure you can pass your eval in 1 day. And I'm pretty sure that's only $100 per day. So maybe we'll test a couple of those. But I've got two more Express accounts that I can activate. And so maybe next week or Thursday, we'll come back and we'll trade 2 accounts at once instead of just one. And we'll keep it at 1 contract, assuming the ATR is at the level that it's at 20, which is crazy high. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. If you have questions, just let me know. But happy to have all you guys here. We'll make a video on the payout so you guys can see exactly how that works. Code for Topstep and give you credit. Missy, I don't even know if Topstep does affiliates anymore. I don't think they even do that. So no, and I'm actually, yeah, I don't think they do. I think I looked for it one time and they didn't. And then I did it for Apex. I was like, let me just be an affiliate. And it just gave me some basic ass like code. And I've been using that ever since. But if you use something between save 50, save now, something like that, you'll get like the cheapest deal. It's even on their website, like whatever their cheapest promo code is, you can find it on the website and it'll make whatever eval you want crazy cheap. But nothing for Topstep. Nothing for Topstep. Not yet. I don't think they even want to do that. Let's see. Super helpful. Thank you. It's hard to know which platforms to trust. Are you getting random pets from Topstep? Yeah, I've gotten this to be my 4th, I think, from Topstep, Laura. So yeah, now it takes forever for the money to get to your account. And what'll be nice about this year is tax-wise, the payout will happen in 2025. So I won't be paying taxes on this money, even though it's only $700. But I think my plan is to scale up to about 5 accounts here. And then we would just do the math and say, okay, whatever $1,400 times 5 is, like that would be our max payout. So 1,400 times 5, like that's $7,000. And then we would basically get 3,500 bucks. So that'd be nice. And we could do that every other week, I would say, is probably more or less realistic. I don't think every week making 200 bucks a day. We could certainly, because you guys have seen me do that for 5 days in a row now without losing. So it is possible to do it, but I would say every other week. So we make about, I don't know, 7 grand or so, 8 grand. And then if we sized up in our contracts, maybe some more. Now, one thing I'll keep you guys in the loop on is my trading has been very consistent with Topstep inside the Express account. Let's see if we can get a long right here 1 second. Price pull back to VWAP. And then I want to go long right here. This is aggressive. Let's see what happens here. Price might want to pull back under VWAP, but I'm thinking it wants to bounce and then run. So let's see. Okay. 100, 130, 20. Now we're negative. Okay. Let's see, we got 80, 50. All right, we'll get out of that one, I guess. I might have gotten a little bit better of a fill than I made $121 on that one, and I did not. I don't think I deserve that. All right, we'll take it though. We'll take it. What are we at right now as far as timing goes? We're at 20. Okay. 120. It's 20 minutes. Okay. All right. I write down all the times of my trades so that I can watch the film on it and just see what I was doing wrong. Now, this trade, I like a long right here. It moved really fast. I like the long right here as price was testing VWAP. Reason I didn't take it is I didn't want what happened here and here to happen to me right here. Now, I do think price is ready to start moving up, but it's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But I think this has a chance of going long here. So be patient. Or yes, static feature discount. No daily drama. It's pretty neat. Yeah. SSJ. So to get to what you are saying, my friend, the no daily drawdown is great. What I think so just doing this enough times and I get to have conversations with, let's call it like 100 traders a day. That sounds aggressive. More like 50, maybe 75. Let's see if I can go long right there and get some premium. Oh, okay. Wasn't the best fill. I'm kind of nervous about this one now. I thought it would pop further. Let's see if it can just run or if I'm at the cut loss. There we go. 40, pop, 50, 40, run. There we go. Damn. 100, 180, 40. Okay, we'll take $100 or whatever that'll be on that one. There's 212 on the day. Do you guys see that? Yeah, there's 212. Okay, cool. All right. So pretty quick there. It's good. It's a god idea. I'm losing about 600 because I'm trying to predicting my stock market. I don't know what that means. But if you're laughing about it, then I'm sure you'll come around and you'll start making some money here soon. So first, you got to take the losses first. Okay. Got 18 of you guys watching. If you haven't already, make sure you guys like the live stream and then you subscribe to the channel. We're actually growing at a decent pace. I'm really excited about that. So if you haven't already, make sure you like the live and subscribe. To go back to SSJ, yeah. So what's it called? My funded futures is really good in that they just haven't been around as long as Topstep. Like Topstep's been around the longest. But yeah, I think a lot of their rules are very favorable. The thing I was going to say about Topstep that I really liked was that yes, you do get down 1,000, and it's I'll get to that. With Topstep, essentially what happens is you have a daily drawdown of $1,000. Now that's a static number, and so let's say you're up $500 in the day. Okay, you have $1,500 to lose before you're done for the day. It doesn't move with you like Apex does. It stays static. Okay. Now, once you're down that 1,000 or whatever slippage there is, you're done for the day. You get to come back the next day, and so you have one bad day, whatever that is for you, and then you get to come back and redeem yourself. Not a lot of prop firms give you that ability, and so yes, having a ton of room can give you the flexibility you might need to hold some trades a little bit longer. But what I like yesterday is a great example. I had a rough day yesterday, and had I been in an Apex account or a My Funded Futures account, I would just be done, and I'd have to go, holy cow, and I'd have to pay a ton of money to stay, basically to get started again inside the eval. All right, so price just flattened out. That don't predict, do what you see in the charts. That's correct, Mike. That is correct, my friend. Okay, well, did I not check news? Nope. It's a bank holiday in Europe, New Zealand, Australia, Japan. It's bank holiday everywhere but in the US. Fire. Fire. We're getting after it. That's what we do here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Got 20 of you guys watching. Happy to have all you guys here. Now, remember I told you guys like price will flush out a lot of the players. And another thing, wicks will get filled. This wick will get filled at some point. It might happen this candle, might happen the next candle, might happen in 2 days from now. but this bottom wick will get filled. Okay, that 395 level will get touched. All right. But this is, I didn't predict this, but it did happen here, and it happened kind of within these two candles right here. Our price just like eliminates all trend. Like there is no way for you to know that this was going to happen. But this is why I don't like trading around VWAP. There are people who are just waiting, like, oh, the price is going to run away from VWAP. Boom, they step in and just crunch. And so a lot of traders lost a lot of money on that right there. We're slowly peaking up, and then bang. Let's go to, yeah, we're in two contracts. I kind of like shorts right here, but I want to be patient. We kind of have price doing at the, I'm going to mark this before it happens, but we kind of have price doing like this. And so let's see. This isn't going to hold our trend line, I don't think. But if it does hold our trend line, then we would get a nice little bounce. But I don't think we're going to get that. So we're getting like higher, kind of getting this U shape right here, I guess. So let's see if this thing wants to fill this wick right here. And then the next question is, where do we want to, what next set of consolidation do we want to test? This area right here, right? Where the hell is the box? Here we go. This area right here is kind of what we're dancing with. Okay, and then there's one also down here. So we'll see, and that's pretty aggressively large, I would say. Somewhere like in this area right here, we'll see if we can get price down to 39. So let's say, okay, there's price, yeah. Now we're not going to trade at VWAP. I think as responsible adults, we should not trade at VWAP. Just wait, because price will do something. And if VWAP stays completely flat, then what we'll get is a bunch of like price pushing up and smack down, and then price pushing down, and we get punched back up. And so we just want to be as far away from VWAP as we possibly can. The best trades will happen, you know, as we're probably approaching VWAP. So as we're running up, we get this, boom, we cross it, or we're going down, I guess, and we smack it. Those are really good trades, but for the most part, we'd want to be in the trades that have nothing to do with VWAP, because it can get very, very dicey quickly. All right. Yeah, SSJ. Sorry, I just saw your comment, my friend. That sucks. Yeah, like when you're playing around with VWAP, like there are the heaviest of heavy players are playing at VWAP. Like I don't have any like confirmation, but I would assume that there are hefty sized contracts that are waiting to get crunched as price approaches VWAP. I'm sure there are just dozens and dozens of limit orders that when price touched whatever this level was here or somewhere around there, I mean, somebody just could have bought 200 contracts and just smushed, and a few players did at the same time. Like there's huge money at VWAP because everybody sees it, and if you go against conventional wisdom, you have a great opportunity. You have to have enough capital to do it and get it done. But like somebody made a fortune on that move right there, and they're done for the day. And we're scrapping for a couple $100, but we'll get there one day. We'll get there. A couple $1,000,000. We just hit a button and we see the market move for us. I can't wait. All right, so let's see what we got here. Price is doing a whole lot of nothing. Okay, ATR is still at 20, and that's really just a reverberation from this candle right here. I would anticipate that these other ones aren't as big. So this one that's 23. Damn, that's 23 points. Shit. About this one. Big ass wick. 22. Sheesh. So we still have a ton of room. Even though these candles look small, they're actually massive for a 1 minute chart. So we'll be patient. We'll be patient here. Vital, my friend. First off, subscribe to the channel. Happy to have you. Subscribe. Like the rest of you guys, subscribe. What's an okay stop loss? What I would say is, good grief. What I would say is, I told you that wick would get filled, right? It got filled. What I would say a good stop loss is the average size of your wins. That's a good stop loss. So you kind of have to go back and do some math or look at some sort of, let's see if we can go short right here. Oh man, we didn't even get a chance. I'm going to sell right there. I don't know if I love this position just right now, but what we got, 310, 280, 70. Ooh, yeah, it's not looking good. 150, 160. Okay, I'll take 120 on that one. We'll maybe just have 100. I'm not gonna dance with this. This thing could fly down. I'm not gonna dance with it. There it goes a little bit, some more. Yeah, it could certainly move. I didn't want to dance with this and have price basically do one of like one of these, pop, run, zoom. And you guys have seen me enter those trades before. As a matter of fact, yesterday, the trade that I won essentially looked like this candle right here. Price, we entered on the pullback, it ran down, and then it sprinted back up. And it didn't even look like there was a chance for a short position, how fast that candle moved. So I didn't want to be a part of this right here. And even though it pushed a little bit further than my exit, I didn't want this to happen to me, be down 400 or 500 bucks on my account. We're up 304 right now, up 700 bucks from the day. I am subscribing. Nice, nice. Happy to have you, my friend. Thank you for subscribing. So back to what I was saying to you, my friend. You want to go and look at like what your average like win is, and I would say like mark out all your trades. If you want to figure out like what your stop loss is, mark out all of your trades. And let me just make this its own video here. Give me 1 second. 3130. I'll make this because a lot of people have this question. Stop loss. Okay. What your average stop loss should be is the upper range of your average win. So mark out all your trades, your wins, your losses, plus 100 bucks, minus 200 bucks, plus 300, minus 450, whatever it is. Take all your trades, your wins and your losses. Your stop loss on average should be in the upper range of your largest win. So let's say you have 10 trades. Let's say you win 5, you lose 5, but 3 of those 5 you made 500 bucks, and then the other 2 you made 200 bucks or so. Your losses should be around 400 to 500 bucks. They should be about even with some of your largest, or at least on average, your larger trades. What that does is you have the ability, if you hold steady to the rule, you have the ability to make up all your losses in one trade. So what happens a lot of times to traders, and the reason they blow up accounts is they have these massive losses, and they have wins that are nowhere near that. Winning 400 bucks, losing 1,000, losing $1,200. And when that's the case, it is borderline impossible to stay profitable because you have to win like 90% of your trades. And I would argue that if you could win 65 to like 75% of your trades, like you could be crazy profitable. But if your losses are just incredibly large, then it makes it really difficult. You have to be incredibly accurate, which means you're taking really small wins, and that means your losses are going to be huge. And I would say that's what holds most traders back, is the ability to cap their losses at a certain amount. You hold, and you're praying that it turns around, when in reality, that's a bad trade. You knew a long time ago, but you held on to it, and now you've blown up an account, and you've either lost real money or you have to reset a prop firm account when it didn't have to be that way. So what I would say is take the average of your larger wins, make that your stop loss. Okay, so you might have a win where you make 200 bucks, and then you might lose 450. But then you might have a win that's 520. And so like, okay, I got that loss back, and then I should be winning, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 of my trades, maybe sometimes even 8. And so I'll have these additional wins that stack on top. But I'm not the trader, I'm not the guy that says like, hey, your losses should be, 50% of your wins. I think a lot of that is unreasonable, especially when you're scalping. Sometimes you have to give these trades some room. And so what I would say is just make sure that you give it enough room, but also that you have wins where you let them, when it's going in your favor, let it ride. Make the money that you're looking to make, because there will be days where you have rough days, and we want to have enough buffer and cushion so that we can stay profitable. So hopefully that helps answer that question of what my stop loss should be. Because we'll clip that one out, and we will end here. I'll put that one out because a lot of people have that same question, and it's true. Like if you can make your losses, the smaller your losses can be, like the distance between your wins and your losses, the wider that gap on the upside, the more of your wins are much larger than your losses, like the better you're going to be as a trader. But like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that your wins need to be 2 times your losses. I don't do that. I have had some massive wins. I've had some massive losses too. So I'm not going to be that guy that does that. Now, a long end of VWAP makes sense right here to me. It really does. But like, I've just been seeing this. Like, what is this? These massive candles right here. A long end of VWAP makes sense. And there's still 8 points to get on this one. but I think everybody's seeing that, and so I'm going to be patient here. I think there's a chance this thing could work out and run, but we need buyers to really step in, and we need to see a ton more buyers than sellers. And right now, I think that being underneath VWAP is where price wants to be. We've spent most of our time below VWAP. Once we opened up here at 8:30. I mean, the opening candle ran away, and then we touched almost, boom, ran down, and we've been below ever since. So staying below VWAP is the consensus favorite right now, and so it's going to be hard for us to take longs into that. It'll be very hard. Um, when we have price like consistently above and below, then these trades can make a lot of sense. But right now, it's going to be tough. So let's see if we can get buyers to push up here and get price over. Here's another pullback that we have a chance to get in on and go long. Let's see. Okay. Can we get to VWAP here? Holy shit, it is ugly. This is why I say don't trade VWAP, because it can just get so, it doesn't even make sense. Like it doesn't, you can look, turn around, look back, and you're down $1,000. See, like this is just not, trading around VWAP just stinks. Trading around VWAP stinks. So we're gonna wait. Do some math. Yep. Vital, happy to have you, my friend. Thank you for subscribing and being a valuable member in the chat. I want you guys all to comment and just chime in. It really helps me give me some direction as far as what I want to talk about. I'm getting better about not trading too much and trying to be like Mr. Entertainer and just being profitable. And you guys have seen that, which is good. But happy to have all you guys here. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. And let's keep growing this thing. I was at to get monetized on YouTube, the rules are you have to have 500 subs and you have to have a certain amount of watch hours. And so I got to 500 over the weekend, I think. And then I woke up and I had just I like 502, 503. And I think I had like 3 people unsubscribe, and that got me back down to 500. I was like, this is ridiculous. And now we're at 505, which was hysterical. I'm like, somebody's watching and just trying to be a dick. I thought it was really funny, but we're gonna see here. We need more watch hours though. I think my most watched video was that long ass live stream we did way back around Thanksgiving time. We went like 3 or 4. We went almost like 4 hours, and that just wasn't a good use of time at all for anybody. It was before I even had a decent setup too, like quality wise. So don't plan on doing that. That's too much, and my brain will be fried for the rest of the day. But yeah, that's our most watched video. I think there's another one approaching, so we'll see what happens with that. We'll see. Thanks, Bart. Really appreciate it. Yeah, getting over 5 has been quite a journey. I only started posting on YouTube really with this account in like early November, so it's been about 2 months. So if we keep track, then we should get over 1,000 by the end of January, pretty quick too. So we'll see. Krishna, my friend, I will answer your question first, then Vital, I will answer your question right after that. Average rejection streak and how to add it. So Krishna, you would get this when I have the update. You will automatically get this. You will get the rejection labels and you'll have the chart. All the chart says is that when there is a green candle that has a rejection label or a red candle that has a rejection label, how many in a row, how many more candles like that same color are we expecting? And so right now, the way you'd read this is if this candle is green, I would expect, well, right now it's showing 1.67. So I'd expect 2 green candles off of this rejection on average. And if I get a red rejection label, I'm expecting 1.87, so about 2. I'm expecting basically 2 candles per rejection. And how that is valuable is when we do get these things, we can start to anticipate where price wants to be and then trade off of that. Now, it updates at the end and the close of each candle. But before, like I think over here, let me go back really fast. Like right here, I think it was pretty lopsided. Right, averaging like three green candles for every 1. And so like we're seeing like 3, 1, 3, 4, 1. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we should have seen something coming. 7, and then boom, we just get crushed out. So all it is just averaging out like what we're seeing. The moment when it's even or really close to being even, that just means we're really choppy. There's no clear direction, and anything could happen, especially when we're underneath 1 or underneath 2 rather. If we're underneath 2, there's no clear direction. Now this right here could be 3 in a row. If that were to stay green, that'd be interesting. So we're gonna just wait. We're gonna wait. All right. So heavier number on one side would indicate bullish versus bearish movement. Yes, sir. That is correct. That is correct. There is like there's some overbought, oversold in here somewhere. I think like I there are a lot of ideas that I have that I would like to like kind of give, but or work on, or I am working on. But one of them is like, okay, we're far and above the average now. Like we've seen multiple candles in a row. Now we should be expecting something else to happen. So up here, like these candles right here, we're averaging at the time three. Okay, well, one, two, three. It's like 3 point something. So four, five, six, seven. Okay, at some point we're gonna get a red candle. Now, nobody could have told you this was gonna happen, except for people who took those trades. Nobody could have told you that. But we could have seen something like that happening where, okay, we have these huge ups. Let's wait for a short somewhere and then we can jump in on that thing, get back down to VWAP, or get close to it somehow. Like that candle counting is not something I want to do because that insinuates that every time you count the candles, there will be a move. And certainly when price was up here and this move happened, there was no way for us to know that we were going to get all of this movement in a row. And I certainly wouldn't want you guys to buy down here when there's a lot of room still to go. So I'm tinkering with it. I have the idea at first, like this has to get put out. Every time I put out something, I've got like two or three other ideas that I'm working on in the background. That is one of them. Maybe how to identify overbought, oversold, but just using the normal RSI sucks. I think it stinks. So we'll see. We'll see. By town. Hopefully that answers that question for you, Krishna. I was thinking of entering at a low today and hopefully chill a bit. Market looks bad, especially dollar's way up. Yeah. Um, let's look at the treasuries. Yeah, the 10 years up a little bit. The 1 year's down. Okay, take that. Anytime that the if you pay attention to treasuries, so just the US 01Y yield, US, this is 10-year yield. Anytime that you have these on your chart, it's always nice to see kind of where you have things. On a red day, typically you're going to have the 1 year come down. On a green day, you'll have it go up just as the market's trying to anticipate, where things are going to be. The bond market is 3 times the size of the stock market. Okay, so it's an enormous set of players and people with capital because these are sovereign countries buying a lot of our debt, our bonds, our treasury notes, and things like that. So huge players in the bond treasury game. But typically, we want to see these yields. We want to see these go down, as I would anticipate that the Fed is going to continue to cut. So this is good. The 1 year's fine, but like the 1 year doesn't mean a whole lot. Like you should be able to go and get a CD for somewhere around 4.3, maybe 4.2, somewhere in here. You typically CDs and 1 years are about the same, so you can get risk free of 4%. Now, previously I was a financial advisor for a firm you guys have all heard of. I'm not gonna say the name. But when I was there, we would talk about like risk-free premium and how we should help our clients. And I would invest people's money on their behalf as I saw fit based on their goals, blah blah blah. And we would talk about like risk-free premium. How much are you willing to risk in order to get? And the number we'd always look at is, okay, we should be expecting about 3%, or rather 3 times whatever the risk-free yield is. And so we would always call the risk-free yield, which is what typically called, is the 1 year treasury. So if we're invested in the stock market, right now it's at 4%. Earlier this year was higher. But if we're in the stock market, we should expect to get 3 times whatever the 1 year is. So it's at 4.1. We expect to get about 12.3, maybe 12.4. Market's up over 20% this year, so we certainly exceeded our risk-free number there. So a good year in the stock market, really good year. Good at this. Were you blowing a lot of accounts before? SSJ, yes and no. Yes and no. When I first started prop firm accounts, I was using an automated trading bot, and I would pass some and then I'd blow some. But once I started manually trading these accounts, I didn't blow as many as you would think. I would say I started out maybe every third account I would pass, and then every other, and then pretty much that's about the same right now, about every other on average. Now with Apex, the numbers are better than that, but with Topstep, because you have to use 2 days, I would say every other account is about where I sit right now. So every other. But I think if I really nailed down and committed to just in 10 days passing the account, I probably wouldn't blow any of them. but that's just not the way I trade. So high risk, high reward. And typically when the ATR, okay, now the ATR is a little bit lower. When the ATR is lower than this, I'm risking about 4 to 5 contracts, which can go pretty fast with the $1,000 drawdown. So we'll see. We'll see. I would love to create an automated trading bot, but it is just so much of this, so much of these things you just can't predict like this. Like in I don't know. It's not been. I want to, and then I'm like, well, if I create an automated trading bot, nobody else could use it because we'd all get denied payouts for having the same exact trades. So it wouldn't be any fun. And trading at night is not a good idea. Let's see if price can get below this here. Okay, push down. Are we gonna pop up here or no? Yeah. I mean, that is just nuts. Let's see what price wants to do here. Let me blow my nose. All right, we're back. But SSJ, to your point, was I blowing accounts before? Like, yeah, it happens. The way I like to trade evaluations is a little bit different than the performance accounts, the express accounts. The express accounts are a little more delicate. I've invested a little bit more money into them, $200 typically, 200 to 250, I guess. Right? Yeah. And so I'm a little bit more delicate, and I have a much smaller profit goal. And you can only use so many contracts, and so you're kind of handicapped anyway. So there's I kind of like a long right there. I should have taken that. I'm not going to. I like the long right here. I like price bouncing and running. I could be wrong, which is probably why I hesitated, but yeah, that's a solid little move. So it just takes time. Careful guys, logged out. Read for today. Hey Maggie, thanks for commenting and checking in. Sorry you had a red day today. Today has been fascinating. I missed a couple opportunities as well to take some trades, so could have been a worse day for me as well. Have a great one, Maggie. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Happy New Year. 2025 will be an amazing one for all of us. Let's see. Any thoughts on Bolinex? Bart, I've heard of Bolinex. I've looked into it. I'm not. Can that be used in the U.S.? I'm not sure if it can. If it can, great. If it can't, I don't know. And is it Forex? I don't know. If it's Forex, then I don't think much of it. I don't think much of it at all. Happy New Year to you. Live and we learn. Yeah, 2025 will be better for sure. 2025 will be certainly better. That's absolutely sure. You guys got me with you this time. So we're building, and a lot of you guys have had a lot of really good success today and through these lives, which has been awesome. So ideally, we'll just continue to keep building this way. Keep it going. Below, Alan. That is the choppiness. And so essentially when it's blue, we want to be trading. When it's red, we don't want to be trading. So when it's red, it's choppy. When it's blue, it is bullish. It is bullish. So, or not, I'm sorry. Bullish is the wrong word. That is not what I meant. When it's blue, it is trending. When it's blue, it's trending. When it is red, it is choppy. So I'm sure we'll get some blue here in just a second. Pull back. Maybe we can get to view app here. This was the entry. Maybe both of these were. I'll take a trade up to 21,419. So 15 points away. I'll take a trade up to here. And if we get through it, great. If we don't, we don't. But I'm going to be patient here. I want to see price pull back a little bit, kind of like that. And let's see if price can get above VWAP. If not, I think we're going to continue to get, we're just getting sloping. I mean, look at all these. If I just drew a trend line from the tops of these down to the current price, right? This one, if I just started connecting these, it's like, this is not the type of action that we want to be seeing now, is it? Right? Start connecting the greens. It's just not the action we want to be seeing. We are sloping heavily. And so, let's see. Pop up. We're going to use this as support. I'll go sell right there. Oh, horrible choice. At least bad timing. Let's see. 230, 270. Whoops. Okay. So misread this one. Damn it. We're gonna get to VWAP on my dime. Hopefully not. Let's see if I can. Let's see if they can get this thing back down a little bit. If not, we'll exit out really quick for a small loss. Giving it time. When I'm in these trades and it's down, what I'm looking for is basically if prices just starts sprinting away from me, then I want to close. Basically, by the time I entered, price had made the decision to run. So had I entered a little bit later, I would be down a lot less. So not too upset about that. But as long as we don't get over about 520, we should be okay. The moment we do, we have to get out. All right, so for kind of huddling, there we go. 220, 140, 90. Okay, that was our chance, and we just completely gave it away. Damn, that was our chance to get out, at least with a smaller loss. Wow. Will I get another one? Is the question. So price is holding right here, and so let's see if price can like get out of these levels here and push back down for me. Let's see, 210, 100, 130, 110. I think price wants to go down. Here we go. Even, down. All right, so we're hanging out at this level here. Something's going to happen. I just hope that I am out of this trade by then. 230, 250, shit. Yeah, this isn't gonna look good for me. Why did I not get out? So stupid. All right, maybe that's why. Price is really threatening down. God, I hate it. Minus 390. God bless, I hate being in those trades. Minus 64 bucks on the day in this account. Fuck. All right, so pissed. Okay. And I just misread this. I think my timing was messed up. So, which is okay. I think I entered right somewhere in here. Bruh. I entered somewhere in here, I believe. And so we had to eat up basically 14. Well, I can just do the math. I think we were down 520 at the most. So 520 divided by 20 divided by 2. We were down 13 points. I think had I just entered like 4 or 5 points a little bit later, basically had I clicked the button a few seconds later, I would have had a chance to be profitable multiple, including right here, multiple times, which would have led me to have a winning trade right there. What time is it right there? 52. So tough, really tough trade there because what I was seeing was correct, but my entry, had I just waited a smidge, I would have seen price roll up. I would have been down big still, probably 300 bucks or so. But then it would have rolled in my favor once, twice, and then if I would have held some more, I'd have been super profitable down here. So it happens. Happens. Don't worry, we are ourselves every time. I'm interested in your model, bro. I'm looking at purchasing it. Alan, happy to have you, my friend. UST, futures. At the rebuild, 91% sale price. But Lord knows I get the rebuild. So Bar, I don't know a whole lot about. SSJ. Shoot me a message on Instagram if you haven't. I can post a link in here, I guess. Actually, I can put the link in here. Let me. Where is that? I think I can put the link in here. I'll put the link in there for you. I just redid the website for it, and so SSJ. I'll put the link in here if you want to go and look at it. I just redid the website, but yeah. But I don't have any issues. Holy shit! I don't have any issues when I see price going down or going against me. It's not a huge issue. As a matter of fact, it's kind of a relief. You can't be perfect for every single trade that you take, and so losing a couple trades is like humanizing, obviously, because you're not going to be perfect and you don't expect to win every single trade. But as long as I don't let these things crash and destroy my account, like I've just given back. Basically, I could have logged in today and lost 65 bucks. All right, like I'm not mad about that. So we'll keep it rolling, but as long as I don't let these things compound and one loss becomes $1,000, $2,000, and then we're blowing up accounts and just like, what are we doing? Kind of like a short right here, but I just don't want to take this trade. I really just don't want to trade inside the channel. What I want to do, and I need to be better at, for my account's sake is honestly just wait for price to leave the channel and then take the trades where price is rolling back into the channel. So like this would have been the trade to take because price rejected these lows, ran up, price rejected these highs up here, ran down. So these would be the better trades to take. I just need to be better about that. But Notorious are charging a lot in actual account after passing evaluation. It is, Maggie. It really is. It really, really, really is. Larry, I haven't, yeah, Larry, I'll just take Larry's word for that. I don't know much about them. Um, at the end of the day, like all these prop firms are pretty close. That's what they offer. Topstep and My Funded Futures, like my unbiased, I am unpaid by any of these companies, are the two best. Topstep, My Funded Futures. Everything else, if you're not using one of those companies, you're looking for something different. You're either looking for the cheapest thing possible, which the cheapest is never the best. Like just take that to the bank. The cheapest thing possible is never the best. It is never the best. Or you're looking for like a company, maybe like Perdia, where you pass the eval and then you're immediately in a live account. Fine, I guess, but I'm pretty sure those accounts are like $300, $400, or maybe even 500. And so for 500 bucks, if you want to spend that, like just toss 1,200 bucks in a live account and go from there. Like if we, so I don't get to technically capture all $1,400 that I made. It's 14 something. But let's say my payout. Let me show you guys how to actually think about these evals. All right, think about these accounts. All right, so let's just make this its own clip. All right, so at 56.45. All right. Here's how to think about these prop firms as far as a return on capital. So I'm up $1,400, $1,464 in this account, eligible for a payout when the updates occur. Okay. Today we're up 400 bucks. Now for this account specifically, I paid $49 to start the account. I paid $150 to activate the account. So 49 plus 150. Okay, that equals 199. All right. Now I'm up 1,400 bucks in this account, real money. That's mine at least. I can't take it out yet, but it is mine. So if we do 1464 and we divide that by 199, okay, that is a 7x return on my cash. Does that make sense? I basically got 7 for every dollar I put into Topstep. I got 7 back. Pretty cool. That's off one payout. Now, if we had multiple accounts, we'd have multiple. We could multiply this math over. Now, just on my payout, what it'll be 1430 1364 divided by 2 is, so it'd be 732 will be my payout. 732. If we divide 732 by 199, okay, that's a 3.6x. Okay, so for every dollar I put in, I got paid out $3.60. If that is consistent math, then you should always and forever take that bet, right? You should always and forever take that bet. So when you guys are looking at these prop firms and you're evaluating, okay, which one do I want to use? Which one's best for me? Just look at the payout policy and how it works and see if like there is an actual true benefit. Which one's going to be better for you? I would argue Topstep's the best because the max payout that you can get per account is $5,000, which means you'd have to have $10,000 in profit, which most of you guys just won't get to on 5 days of trading without taking a payout first. So like to me, it's just the best ROI. My Funded Futures is pretty close. But I think their payouts or their fees starting out are pretty high. Let's go short right there. Okay, a bit aggressive right there. Let's see what happens. 58. Okay. Up 50, down 100. That was fast. Down 300. Okay, 330. All right, so we've been seeing this quite a bit. Seeing this type of action. Let's move this over a little bit. There we go. All right, so we're down 280. Let's see if price can just bounce for me up here a little bit and then return and get lower than my entry. If not, then we'll take another small loss. ATR is sitting at 14. So textbook entry by me, but I think based on what price has been doing, this is gonna be a really tough one. All right, so there we go. Oh shit, 500, 570. Okay, we'll take 520 on that one. That happened really fast. All right, so that puts us back up. I don't think I got 500 bucks on that one. I'm up 367 in this account. So you guys can see that. That happened really fast. All right, so really good trade right there. That was awesome. And price is dumping. Oh man, okay, that's fine. All right, so 59. Okay. Good, good, good. Wow, that was fast. Okay, cool. Well, this is a nice little trend. Alan, you were asking about the blue. Alan, can you see, if you're still watching, my friend, comment yes if you're still watching, one. But two, then comment, can you see how when the blue shows up, how much clearer price gets? When the blue shows up, how much clear, like if you ignore this candle, if you see how clear price gets, can you see how clear price is? When this thing is blue is when you really want to be trading, okay? A lot of the rejection labels are me trying to trade support and resistance. That's going to be more of an advanced strategy. It takes time to practice that. But when you see the blue and you see price leave the channel and you wait for a pullback, you're going to see exactly what I'm seeing right here. Now, cool. So everything I just said, you'll be able to comment on. Vital, if you're still in the chat as well, say yes. But then I was telling you about how we want to make sure that our losses and wins kind of even out. So I thought I had made 500 bucks. So let's just leave that there. Let's call it 500 bucks. My loss before was 330 or 360. And so you can see how what we're trying to do is make sure that our wins and losses, if we can, our max wins are bigger than our max losses. And that is how you're going to stay profitable. And so even though on this account, I've won one, I won two, I lost one, I won a third. So I'm 3 for 4 and we're up 367 in the account. So 75% win rate today inside of this account. And we're very profitable. And the way we're able to do that is making sure that we didn't hold too long and let our account blow up on us. Okay, so we don't want to take big losses because then we can't stay profitable. It's very hard to be profitable if you have huge losses and you don't have as big of wins. Now, here's the thing. If you guys want to take huge losses, then just also figure out how to make huge gains when you have them, right? When you have these massive trades, just figure out how to hold them longer so you make more. So you can have a $1,000 loss, you have a $1,200 win, $1,300 win. That's fine. You can do that. Just figure out how to make more money. Now, I would say it's much easier to make a lot of money and lose less because typically when you're in a trade and you get into it and you know it's not great, like you kind of know it right away. And so kind of tough. So I like to cut them early, but if you guys have the ability to make more money, then just do that. But I would say the easiest thing to do to make more money trading is to lose less, lose smaller. Don't take any losses, obviously, but the next thing would be to lose less times and then lose less money. Ah, that's good. It would have been okay. Yep. Yep. LVV, you're 100% correct. Definitely could have held for a little bit. What I think what spooked me a little bit was how fast this thing pushed up on me pretty quick. So I was down 380, I think. Then it rolled down. Then it like spiked back up. That I kind of thought we would get something like this. So this is what I was thinking. And again, there are times where I'll have another $1,000 trade for you guys all to see. Like we'll get that in the $2,000. Like we're only trading 2 contracts. I could have made $1,000 if I traded just 4 contracts. Like that was a contract issue more than a hold issue. But what I thought I would get was something like this. So we had price push up right here, pushes down, and then price kind of popped up again. I wasn't sure if price was going to hold here, and then the next candle we'd erase everything I just earned, and then I'd go negative. I wasn't sure, so I got out, no problem, and then it continued the very next candle. So tricky. I think there's always room to hold a little bit longer, especially in hindsight, and I could definitely get better about that. But I never want to have a winning trade turn into a loss because I think there's a ton of room to go. I'm gonna go long right here. This is ultra aggressive. I don't even recommend this, but I have price bottoming right here, and then I have price basically holding, and I think we're gonna run up here and see if we can get back to 354. Let's see if that's 20 points away, so we'll see how accurate that would be. But let's see. All right, so I think my analysis might have been a little wrong here, or at least a little early. So this is the bottom that I'm seeing right there and right here. So let's see if price can eat up some of this and then reverse back up. See what we got. I do not want price to fly through the bottom of this. That would not be good for my account. -4. Okay, we're chilling. Again, I think that there's a chance for this thing to really work in my favor here. Again, really aggressive. Might take me another candle or two to get what I'm looking for. Let's see. Okay, 220. We're down. Okay, so we're settling. That's good. So my entry was just way too soon. Probably could have waited and we'd be up in this trade for sure. famous last words. I was up, now I'm down, now I'm up. Okay. There's 40, 100, okay, 160, okay, 140. All right, so small win there for the amount of drawdown I had to take, but now we're up 580, 558 in this account for the day. So super solid there. Had to deal with a lot. Could have held a little bit longer and made a little bit more, a lot more. But I really didn't want to give any of that back. Like we have this area right here. We have this level right there as a kind of a support level. I don't know why I just did that, but we have this level right here that potentially price could huddle at. And so I'm gonna chill. But I do think like this is one of the trades that we want to take too. All right. So we have price outside the channel. Great. We want to take these sloping trades. Then we get price to roll to make a bottom and then roll back up. And my entry was just too high, right? Had my entry been a little bit lower, we'd have made way more on that trade. But we have price rolling back inside the channel. Like that's a really good trade we could take. This is like a textbook one. Price wants to be inside the channel. When it breaks out, that's very abnormal of price. It wants to be inside the channel. That's where the average is for these previous candles. And so we want to make sure that we take these trades when we get a nice green candle after a nice bottom. We want to take these trades. I thought I would get this candle on this one. Didn't get it. And this is why I get out, because you never know what could happen next. We want to protect our account at all costs. All right, so really, really good day today. A lot of really good, about 900 and, wait for it, 900 and how much? And $68 of profit, so about $1,000 day today. We'll take that. Super solid going into the new year. Good way to start it, or good way to end this year, and then going into the new year. So happy to have all you guys here. Really appreciate you. We're gonna call it for today. LVV, you are certainly. I could certainly hold these trades for a lot longer and make a little bit more. But now you know that if you have the same indicator I have, well then you'll be able to do the same thing. So anyway, good trading today, guys. We'll call it a day. We're at about an hour. Glad we were able to get some trades in yesterday and today. I will make a video on the payout process for Topstep so you guys can see that. I'll post the stats as well. I think we took 10 trades in total. 1, 2, 3. So 7 trades in total. And we made $1,400 in 5 days without losing a single trade in that account. So really good. I will see you guys on Thursday and we'll get right back at it. I will see y'all. Peace.